Hey guys, it's Olawale here, and my full name is Olawale. I'm a medical doctor, an entrepreneur, and also a content creator. I've been practicing medicine, clinical medicine, for the past decade, for the past 10 years, I think. And I'm currently navigating through the digital space, becoming a content creator, amongst other things. And I'm also an entrepreneur. I happen to run a couple of businesses. Some are health related, some aren't health related, but that's me in a nutshell. Well, for me personally, I believe that the most challenging part as being a doctor is the responsibility that you have, the huge responsibility you have in taking care of patients, nurturing them back to health. You know, you have to be accountable. You have to be intentional about them, and you're dealing with life, right? So you have to ensure that every single thing you're doing is, in line with making sure that they get better. So your decision making always has to be on point, and that can be one of the most challenging things to do as a medical doctor, and being accountable to all your patients, no matter the amount of patients you get to see in a single day, can be quite challenging. But we get through it. In the past 10 years, I've been fortunate enough to, have a lot of experience at my back, taking care of patients, bringing them back to health. And I would say that it's been more of a beautiful challenge than an ugly one. Really interesting, right? A lot of people will be asking, and so many questions I've gotten over time. I think about 2 years ago, I really went into being a content creator, and the reason behind it was just we get to have lots of medical professionals who are well vested in the profession, and they really don't have enough time to reach out and explain some certain things. I've been privileged to spend so much time with patients, different kinds of patients over the past 10 years. One thing I've realized is there is a need to communicate to your patients just beyond the consulting room. So in the past 2 years, I began to navigate the space, communicating, to patients, and there's been a lot of feedback about this. A lot of patients ask that, why don't we have so many more doctors talking to us and letting us know the kind of decisions that we need to make and the kind of knowledge we need to know, the beaten down knowledge that we need to know. Most of us cannot read a textbook. We can't open a clinical textbook to understand some things, but a doctor can. So hopefully, I think that's the purpose of this channel, to demystify some health information that might be hard to break down, and then also to discuss things and discuss important topics that affect our well-being, from health to technology to lifestyle to everything that affects our well-being, how it all works. And I think that's the purpose. That was the reason why I went into the content creation space, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing now. All right, so for me, I think it's twofold. When you talk about the good and the bad, as a doctor, it's kind of been amazing, being responsible for, the wellness of, thousands of people over the past 10 years. It's kind of been a very amazing journey. I remember for certain patients, being there for them, even when it was supposed to be like their deathbed, but they were able to be nursed back to wellness and health and life. It's been such a very interesting journey. The bad side is that you don't always get to win everything, right? As a doctor, you don't win every single thing. So it's something that you win some, you lose some, and then you have to get to deal with the consequences. There has also been a lot of pressure, especially when you live in Africa, and being a medical doctor in Africa, it can be kind of very difficult navigating the environment. It can be very difficult living as a health worker. You see the migration crisis that we have right now all around the continent, where people are living, and for good reasons actually. But some of us are really burdened with this, and then we also know that a lot of Africans are going to be suffering as a result of this gap, in healthcare workers. And this is one of the reasons why we are having this channel, where people can be able to connect properly and have the right knowledge to prevent themselves from harm or further harm in this time. As a content creator too, I would say that it has been mostly bittersweet. Sweet in the sense that you have people, you know, encouraging you so much that, oh, thank you, doctor, for letting me know about this. I've never heard about this information this way. I've never seen this before in this light. Thank you for sharing this with me. And then you also have people who criticize you, which can be a good thing, right? So it's a good thing, and but you have to learn how to deal with a lot of criticisms. So far, like, I remember so many experiences, so many of my posts and tweets that have gone quite viral. Sometimes a lot of people say that, why are medical doctors influencers, or why are medical doctors trying to be influencers? Whereas the fact remains that every doctor that you meet in your consulting room is an influencer, because why? He will tell you what to do and you will do it, right? A lot of people don't see it that way, and it can be a lot of pressure, but you have to learn to deal with it. So, as I said, it's been a bittersweet journey. I would just say that generally the experience, I mean, very quite okay, and I look forward to doing more with that. Here's one thing I know. The knowledge gap in Africa regarding health is so wide, so big, and this is one of the things that my channel is going to try and address a lot, breaking down health information to bits that are useful for Africans and for people out there that need to have this information at their fingertips. Breaking down different health myths, talking about different things in different ways, explaining health challenges in the most simple way, discussing different topics regarding health in the most interesting way as much as I can, and also discussing topics regarding wellness, everything from health and technology and life in general, how these things actually affect our well-being. So talking about mental health and everything that affects our well-being, things that are interesting to me, I'm going to be sharing them with you, and also things that are interesting to my audience as well, because I'll be looking forward to feedback and I'll be sharing these things, every single thing. The most important part of this channel is to talk about things that impact our well-being generally, from health to technology to social life to health. Every single thing I'm going to be talking about this channel is going to be related to the wellness of each and every one of us. So I look forward to going on this journey with you. So let's go. All right, I think this is really interesting because there are so many things I don't make public knowledge, but here are a few things that I think I'll be willing to share in this video. First of all, here's something that you may not know. Though I'm a medical doctor, but one thing I'm really good at is I'm a musician as well, and I know how to play the drums quite proficiently. I would say professional, on the professional level. Perhaps you guys can rate me if one of these days you ask me to make a video about that, and then I do it. So perhaps you guys can give me a rating from 1 to 10. Yeah. So many people might actually know this, but I think for so many who might be clicking this for the very first time, they might not know. I'm quite a good gamer. I play a lot of games. And yeah, doctor games. Yes, I do. In my leisure time, I do play a lot of video games. I'm quite good at FIFA. And if you guys want to see what I'm usually up to with some of my friends and team members, you guys can make a comment, and maybe we would post some of the challenges that we do on a weekly basis and see how I fare as, Dr. Wales. Yeah. So regarding food and my favorite food, I wouldn't want to say it right now. I would want to keep it as a little secret that I will open up at some point, or maybe when someone steals this camera, to tell the truth to my audience. But for now, I have a variety of things that I like as food, and but I wouldn't want to say more about that. Yes, I do have a football team that I support as well, and Arsenal is my first love. But right now, the jersey that I love has sky blue. It's a sky blue color jersey. I'm not going to say anything more about that. I think I'm done. So yeah, and one final thing that I would like to add to this is Christmas. That's the 25th of December is my birthday. So maybe that's a fun fact that you might want to have, with you, because that's a fun little trivia about me, but that's just me. So if you have watched this video thus far, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Please leave a like and subscribe to this channel. If this is your first time of watching this video and you come across this video on your timeline, please subscribe. This means a lot to me. We are trying our best possible to grow a health conscious community right here in Africa, and then we are moving up to the world. So Your comments do mean a lot to me, and if there is anything you would like me to improve, please put it up in the comments. I will be reading every single one of them, and I wouldn't miss one thing. Please reach out to me if you have any questions in the comment section. I would definitely be quick to respond. If you have any topic that you feel you want me to talk about as something that matters to you, also leave it in the comments. I'll be willing to do research and also post that content to your desire. The whole vision of what we're doing right here is to build a health conscious community, and you are a major part of this journey. So thank you so much, and see you in my next video.